You're listening to Winnipeg's Classic 107. My name is Simon Rusnak. One of Canada's premier training grounds for string players of all ages, Rosamunde Summer Music Academy begins today, offering a tailored, high-caliber musical learning experience with a faculty of outstanding performers and teachers. The Academy and accompanying festival is organized by Artistic Director Elation Pauls, who joins me this morning. Welcome back to Classic 107, Elation.
Great to be here.
So Rosamunde, set to begin. How are things shaping up?
Oh, it's quite a flurry of activity. Things are going really well, though, and we're just so excited to be back on the campus of CMU in person again.
Yeah, that's got to feel so great after a virtual Rosamunde. It never stopped over the past few years. You've kept the academy going, right?
That's right. Yeah, 2 years of online, very, modified programming. Had some different elements in there, but yeah, we managed to keep plugging away at our learning and sharing music, and yeah, this year is going to be really special.
Yeah, that it most certainly will be. So really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. This is a very busy time for you. I'm really curious, how many students are expected in the academy this year?
Well, this year, we actually have our first pre-professional program in person. That was one thing that started during the um, past 2 years. We saw sort of a need for students in the university age category, something special that we can offer our orchestral excerpts classes,
Hmm.
with the WSO players, and we're doing music as a career classes, and then, lots of master classes. And this year we're having chamber music since they can be on campus together. So that will be a really busy 6 days for them. So we have 14 pre-professionals coming. Some of them are, their home countries are Mexico and
Hmm.
Brazil. So that's really neat. We have some students coming to town from Brandon. And then for our core program, we have 24. And those students are from Manitoba, Winnipeg area, but also Alberta and BC. And we even have one student coming from St. Lucia, where she's living, and I've been teaching her online. So that's going to be really great.
You must be so excited to meet in person if you've been working online this entire time.
Yeah, that's something that I've really, it's well, I think most of us now have experienced this, where we meet people online
Hmm.
over Zoom and then or FaceTime or whatever, and then we meet them in person, and it's just, yeah, but there's nothing like the 3D element, is there?
Yeah, it's very, very true. Being in person is so special, and so glad that Rosamund is back in person this year. And I'm glad you mentioned the international draw, because that's one of the things that I wanted to touch on. Is in past years there have been these international students coming here to Winnipeg to learn from some of the best of the best. It really is a unique opportunity that is being presented here in Winnipeg, right? Rosamund and the Summer Academy.
It is. It's very unique. Our program encompasses such a wide age variety. Not only do we have the core and pre-professionals, we also have a Rosamunde group. So these are adults who do not have music as their profession, but they really enjoy playing together. And yeah, and the program, most summer music programs have maybe master classes, or maybe an orchestra that they kind of focus their program around, maybe
Hmm.
chamber music, that's their focus. But Rosamunde has, technique classes, master classes, chamber music, orchestra. And we had a virtual extension class this year, with sort of a body awareness expert. So we talk about postural alignment. It's got a whole number of elements that I don't think the combination exists really anywhere else.
It sounds like it's really crafting a well-rounded string player that could walk into any type of a situation and exceed. I know that Rosamund is going for Baroque this year. Gotta love the
Yeah.
fun. Uh, Embracing historically informed performance practices. Can you tell us a little bit more about that aspect?
Yes, that was another one of our virtual extension classes that we've already had, actually. Jennifer Thiessen plays viola d'amore, and she did an hour-long presentation for all of our students about Baroque performance practice, and she's going to be performing in our festival on her viola d'amore, which is just a gorgeous instrument. It has 7 strings to play on, and then 7 resonating strings underneath, and it's got such a special timbre and just a very unique acoustical experience. So I'm really looking forward to that. We've also got some Telemann that's going to be performed, and yeah, it's not like crazy Baroque, like we aren't having, all, no, gut strings and
Yeah.
no chin rests and, all Baroque bows, but the students are definitely going to gain some exposure to that sort of approach.
Yeah, another tool in the tool belt, right? And just
Exactly.
being able to explore that option as they move forward in their careers. You mentioned Jennifer Thiessen, just such a great musician, a recent returnee to Winnipeg, joining the faculty this year. There's also a couple other distinguished guest faculty who are coming to the Rosamunde Academy this year.
I am just so excited, quite over the moon, really, about our guests. Mark Fewer is coming from Toronto. He's a professor at U of T, and he actually left Toronto for a number of years. He's been around,
Mhm.
He's been in Vancouver, he's been in Montreal, he's been in the States, and he tours also, playing chamber music everywhere all the time. But I actually studied with him in Toronto for a little while, and so I'm just so excited to have him here to teach the next generation. And he's just such a wonderful person and an amazing player. And so, yeah, to have him here performing will just be fantastic. And Matt Heimovitz is a super famous cellist.
Yes, he
Who we're
is.
just super lucky to have, make some time in his extremely full calendar to come here for, a number of days, not just one, not just 2 days, so yeah, his master classes are going to be a real highlight. I know cellists in the city are going to want to take a peek into those. And yeah, he's performing, he's premiering some of his brand new works that he's been commissioning here on the 23rd, and then we all get to play the Medicine Octet together. So it's just gonna be such a blast.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. Two of those, like both of them, they almost like defy categorization. Like they're do-it-all players, which I think is such a wonderful model, and what an opportunity for the students to learn from players like that. I mean, it just seems to embrace that Rosamund spirit.
Yeah, really, we've got pieces from as far back as Bach, as 1720, and then Matt Heimovitz is premiering pieces that were written like this year and last
Yeah.
year, and the styles are totally different, but yeah, that's how versatile quote unquote classical music is, right? It can encompass this vast, these centuries of this way of communicating, and yeah, you're gonna catch glimpses of all of this within the 10 days of the Academy and Festival.
You mentioned that they're here for not one, not two, but several days from the 22nd through the 25th. They'll also be performing in the Rosamunde Festival, which we've sort of been alluding to and talking about. The first concert, the 23rd, that features Mark Fewer, Matt Heimovitz, and Jennifer Thiessen. And then the Octet takes place on Thursday, right?
That's right. Yeah, the 25th. So yeah, a little like I said, a little bit of Baroque on each program. Also a little bit of Czech music on each program.
Mm-hmm.
The Schulhoff duo with Matt and Mark on Tuesday will be so cool. That's a piece that really takes the violin and the cello to their extremes in terms of what you can see them do, all sorts of technical sort of yeah, just virtuosity. And if you want to hear pizzicato or harmonics or triple piano or triple forte, like it's got the entire range in this really beautiful and exciting piece by Erwin Schulhoff. And then yeah, so he was Czech. And then also in the second program we've got some Dvorak, his
Mm-hmm.
terzetto, which is a lovely 2 violin and viola piece that Gwen and Carl and Elise will be playing. So yeah.
Yeah, it really is one of those wonderful opportunity to see some great players here in Winnipeg, your colleagues at the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra and beyond, but also some internationally renowned talent, some well-known names in the classical music world. All of this is happening at CMU. Performances take place in the Laudamus Auditorium. Elation, thanks for telling us about Rosamunde. So happy you're back in person, and oh, what a thing to celebrate.
Yeah, my pleasure. I should mention that if you get your tickets for the festival concerts ahead of time, you save a little bit of money. So that might be something you want to check out.
Yeah, it's Winnipeg. We love a deal. $25 in advance or $30 at the door. So if you get them in advance, you can get a coffee or something on the way. So really, it's a great opportunity to purchase those ahead of time. We've got all the details up at classic107.com under the events tab, or head to Rosamunde, ROSAMUNDE.ca. Thanks, Elation.
Thanks so much. Take care.